Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. Tonight I'm going to do a playthrough on Tabletop Simulator of a game called Halls of Horror, together with the designer Krzysztof Zięba and hi, and their head of business development Jacek Głowacki.
Hello everyone.
Everybody's present. That's good. So we're online right now, and we are going to show you briefly. I'll show you the table over here. This is the setup of a 3-player game, and we're going to play through this game, which is on Kickstarter right now. So I'll put a link in the description below so you can go and check that out. And this is basically a not quite ready version of the game. There are some graphics changes, some illustrations have been tweaked, and but it will give you a very good idea of what the game is and how it plays. So, gentlemen, let's get started. Krzysztof, you get to go first.
Yep. All right. So in Halls of Horror, we all play as kind of people who have been taken into custody, closed off in a weird kind of mansion slash labyrinth place by a master of the ceremony. The guy who organized all of this and who is watching from like CCTV cameras and that kind of thing. He's watching our struggle. The goal of the game is to find an exit that's going to be 2 specific locations, 2 copies of the exit hidden somewhere among these cards over here. Mm-hmm. And then we need to have 2 keys to open the exit. Yeah. So we'll go into how you can find those keys later on, but the basic gist of it is that we have to move around and search the different locations and rooms that we find. Yes. So whenever you start a turn alone in the room, which is the case in this first turn of the game, you can choose one of the 5 action cards, the green action cards that basically show that you will move up, down, left, or right, or search in the room that you're currently on. Yes. So at this point, each of us is going to pick one of these and place them face down on the table, and then we're going to flip them all up at the same time.
Yep. So there we go, placing our cards.
And flip.
And flip.
All right, and now starting from the first player, we've picked these cards simultaneously, but now we kind of move around in turn order. I'm the first person to move, so I'm going to go right. And movement in this game is relevant to where you sit. So for me, this is the direction I'm going, but for Jacek, who also took right, that's the direction he's going.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so on my turn, I will flip over the card that I'm moving to. And I will just zoom in on that a bit so you can see what they are.
Yeah. So in the case of the card that Raymond and I are on, we both need a knife to search these. Yeah. Usually you'd be able to search room without the use of any item, but some of them do require these. So that's our luck there. And then Jacek went on a location that actually will lock him in temporarily. Yep. This is a puzzle room, and we'll go into how you resolve that next turn when it comes to that. But basically, for searching in rooms, which is what Jacek is going to have to do there, we use a separate deck of cards, and we each have one that is used to randomize the kinds of rewards that we can get. So we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep. All right.
In the meantime, however, since this is the end of the turn, basically everybody did their action this turn. Yes. Now the first player, that's me, is going to have to draw a single Master of the Ceremony card. So this is the moment when we kind of share the control over the house and the killer. The killer is this big guy who stands there in the corner, but he's probably not going to stay there long. So let's see what the card says.
Yeah. So the killer is hunting.
Yeah, so these cards will usually have one or more instructions. Sometimes they're separated by this line, in which case it means that they're basically like it's either one or the other. In this case, if the killer was stunned, we would activate them, but the killer is activated right now. His figurine is upright. So I get one of these symbols to spend.
Yeah.
Those are killer symbols, and the symbols are spent to either move the killer around, to increase his health or rage, or to potentially activate him if he's stunned. His rage is going to increase the amount of dice that he rolls in combat and the amount of damage that he deals if he succeeds in his attack. So because this is the situation right now, what I want to do is probably cut off people from exploring at this point. So I will move him over here to Raymond.
Okay. There he is. So here's the killer.
And unlike the characters, the killer doesn't actually uncover the cards he walks on.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, the first player card goes over to the player on the left.
Yeah, we pick up our cards again.
Yep. And we can play another round.
Yes. So let's see where I want to go now.
I'm just gonna place this one token here because that means that the room locks behind Jacek. That's because there's a specific instruction written on the room that says so. And now he's going to have to search there for sure, and how that works we'll get to in a minute.
Okay. All right, so let's reveal our cards then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Raymond, you move first.
Yeah, so I'll flip over this room where I'm moving, pick up my character, and that is also
nice.
a puzzle room, yes, yeah. Puzzle obelisk.
But this one doesn't lock you in because it doesn't have any specific instruction for that. Okay, in case of Jacek, I'm going to do a search now. So in puzzle rooms, what you want to do is you will have to draw the amount of cards indicated next to that puzzle symbol. So that's 4 cards from this small deck that you have. Yes. And then the goal of a puzzle room is to find a pair of cards. It can be any pair among all the cards that you've drawn. So let's see if Jacek gets one.
He does have a pair, yeah. 2 keys.
Yeah, he does have a pair of keys. But actually, like normally when you would search, these would also indicate what kind of reward you get. In the case of puzzle rooms, the reward is usually printed on the card. Yes. So in this case, we can see that if you succeed during your first step of this puzzle room, you get a single shell. It's an ammo token for the shotgun.
Yeah, that one over there, yeah. You've got shells.
And also,
bullets.
The room now unlocks. The room is now unlocked because it has been solved by finding that pair.
Yep.
And whenever a puzzle room is solved this way, we also exhaust it. Basically, there is a token that we have to use and put on the search value to indicate that this room can no longer be searched.
Exactly. Right. Oh, that one. Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. So technically this room is now simply an empty room for the next person to step on it.
Yeah. So what happens is you now you can now go there, but you cannot search there any longer.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So you're
in the meantime, I found this
altar surrounded by traps. So that is also a search room?
Yeah, that's a search room. So here I actually have to look for the specific rewards printed on the card. And we'll do that next turn because I only just moved here. So
exactly.
And we'll see if we do that, because if you have control of the killer, which you do, you probably will want to throw him into my room, I guess. So
if he can move that far. So I will take one card, flip that over. And let's see what that is. A gift from the MC, the Master of Ceremonies. Draw one of the gift tokens at random without peeking and place it face down in an empty room. So that's these. So I'll take the top one and I can place it in an empty room.
Yes, an empty room meaning a room that is not occupied by any character and that doesn't have an MC gift in it.
Okay, so I could place it here, for example. If I wanted to go back there for some reason, there at least will be something to search. And then after that, the killer gets 1 sickle, which is 1 activation. And for that activation, I will zoom in on the card again. you can see that you can. The 2 sickles means that if he was disactivated, how do you call that? When
Stunned.
He's stunned, exactly. You can reactivate him, put him back on his feet. But that is not the case right now. So for that sickle, I can either give him an extra health or an extra rage, or I can move him. So right now I will... Do I want to move him? Because moving closer to you would also mean moving closer to me. So I may want to simply move him away from me. So that is the...
Okay, fair enough.
The action. I'll put that on the discard pile. I'll put the discard pile next to the draw pile here. So, okay. That was my action and the killer's action. So that means the first player card moves on to Jacek.
Yep. And now we pick another action again.
Yeah.
And Jacek is no longer required to stay in place. He actually has to move now because he has nothing else to do in this room.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Yep, okay, so I'm flipping my card. And big surprise.
Yeah, okay, so Jacek moves first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving first, I'm moving right. It's the exit.
Yeah, so this is one of the 2 exits on the board right now. So we now know where to go when we have 2 keys.
Yeah.
Some of these keys can be found by searching rooms. Certain rooms will have a key as a possible reward.
Mm-hmm.
And the key can also be found in 2 other major ways. One of them being defeating the killer. The killer has a single key on him, and if you manage to decrease the killer's HP to 0, you get that key immediately. And the other option is to defeat one another. So if one of the characters dies, you can search their body for a guaranteed key. So in true slasher horror fashion, the master of the ceremony actually has sewn a key into each of our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot take it out yourself, but when somebody else kills you, they can do the gruesome deed and potentially have one more key.
Yep. A little bit of Saw in here.
Exactly.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do now is I'm going to search now in my room, so I need to draw 5 cards from my...
Yeah, so he's going to draw 5 cards from his search stack. Oh, and in case somebody was wondering, Jacek moved down from my perspective because he moves right from his perspective, which is the left of the table. So again, if that...
it's relative to where you see.
Yeah. So you
Okay, so I actually have
two.
I have a pretty simple situation. So what happens is whenever you draw these cards, you have to first remove all the rewards that are not represented on the card. So in this case, I basically remove 4 out of 5 cards because we have neither keys nor the panic symbol on the...
Nor the panic symbol on the card, in the room.
Yes, on the location where I searched. And I'm going to keep that as a discard pile. That I'm only going to reshuffle after I don't have any more cards to draw.
Okay.
So then I look at what's left. So what's left here is pretty simple. I have the gun firearm icon there. And as you can see, the card will usually have 2 different symbols on them, but I only check if one of them is present. In this case, I do have the shotgun on there. And imagine that if I had damage symbol, which is that heart on the left-hand side of the card, and that gun, I would have to take the leftmost reward.
Yeah, because it's...
But because this is the only card, I completely ignore the penalty there, and I just take the shotgun.
Nice. Well done.
This is called designer's luck.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is actually very, very, very rare in my case. So.
So now you get the shotgun, which is also represented on the card, and a shotgun plus you need a shell for it, so you need the shotgun.
Yes, I get 1 shell from just having that, from just finding that shotgun.
Okay, and that means that on a roll of a 4, 5, and a 6, you deal 5 damage.
Yes, but I do have to spend the shotgun shell. So basically, your basic attack card will tell you that you succeed on a 5 and 6. You always roll 4 dice, and you're gonna have basically either from 0 to 4 successes. You then compare that number of successes against your enemy, and if you've won, you deal damage. With the basic combat card, you only deal 2 damage, but all the items, all the 4 weapons in the game, the axe, knife, pistol, and shotgun, are used to increase either the amount of damage dealt or the amount of dice rolled, or both. But in case of firearms, it also costs you a single bullet every time, a single bullet or shell every time, no matter what you roll. Okay, so in this case, because this is also, as you might notice, this particular card has that reward represented in an octagon, in a 8-sided frame. So what that means is this finding this reward will exhaust this room. So I basically just found the only reward that's available there.
So you can exhaust it with it.
And while we're talking about that, we can kind of get back to that just briefly, to that card above from where I'm now, because this card actually shows you all 3 variations of those rewards. So the octagon frame I've already covered. If I find that the room is exhausted immediately. The square frame means this is a one-off reward. So if you would get that reward, we would cover it up with a token similar to this one, and you could still search there, but that reward is no longer available. And then no frame means that you can find that reward any number of times, and it is never exhausted.
Okay, good. And if there's an icon above the searching, that means that that's a prerequisite for searching there. So in this case, you need a knife, and otherwise you don't need anything. All right.
Okay, so that was my go, and now it's Raymond's.
Yes, so now I get to search as well, and so let's see. I draw 4 cards, right?
Yes.
And if I succeed, I might find an axe. Otherwise,
and mind you, this is a puzzle room, so you only need to look for pairs, any kind of pair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'll draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will flip them over. Oh, yes, there's a pair. Oh, yes, sir. So I have a pair. Doesn't matter which one. It's just a matching pair. So now I do find the axe.
That's right.
And this card is also exhausted because it is the stop sign, basically. And that means you can put the exhaustion. Oh, there it is. Yeah. And I get the axe. So the axe is over here. I'll take one of those. And I'll rotate that. So here we go. My character now has an axe. So there it is. And the axe is a melee weapon, which on a 5 or 6 does 4 damage. So 4 hits. So that was that.
Yep.
And then you get to draw a ceremony card.
Yep, I draw a card. And let's see what happens here. Inhuman Frenzy. Use the following killer symbols according to regular rules.
It's basically 3 activations for our killer, so that's pretty
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing to do. Because as far as I remember, I can move him 3 rooms. Right?
You could spend them all on movements.
That
with
is...
the only thing being that whenever the killer moves into a room with another participant, you have to stop there. So you can't move through participants, but you can definitely reach exactly 2 of us right now.
Yes, absolutely, no problems. Who's gonna be white or blue?
I'm just gonna warn you that I am closer to you, Jacek.
You're closer to me, so I think I'm gonna go with here.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
See, this is the designer luck you guys mentioned. This is what happens. The designer always gets his ass kicked by his own game.
This is the payback.
And
one
now
more question though.
Now the first player card goes back to Chris.
Yes, exactly. I've got one quick question though. If the cards that I just drew, they just get discarded, right?
Yeah, they create a discard, and then you only reshuffle whenever you have to.
Yeah.
So whenever you run out of these, you just reshuffle and keep drawing.
Exactly. Okay.
All right. So that was my mistake before last turn.
Yeah, no worries.
I reshuffled the whole deck.
That's no
Sorry
problem.
about that.
Okay, so what's gonna happen now is because I'm starting with another figurine in my space, with another miniature, what I have to do is play one of the combat cards. So I can basically play the attack or escape card right now.
Yes.
Whereas the other guys, Raymond and Jacek, they can play whichever card they want from the regular searching cards because they still start alone in the rooms. And we do this simultaneously. So basically, again, I will pick one of the combat cards while they pick another one, and we resolve those in order as usual.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make this interesting because this is not the perfect scenario, but it is pretty good. You didn't increase the killer's rage, so he's kind of a problem, but he's not too much of a problem just yet.
Exactly. All right, let's flip over the cards.
There we go. Changed my mind at the last minute. Yeah, so I'm gonna do an attack.
Okay.
So what this means is before I attack, I get to choose whether I just want to basically punch him by using this basic attack card, or if I want to use the shotgun. So I will definitely want to use the shotgun. In which case, I need to spend 1 shell.
Yeah. So you take that token exactly.
And then I'm going to roll my 4 dice, and I hit on a 4, 5, and 6 because I spent the shell. Whereas the killer, and basically Jacek can roll for the killer because he's on my right side. The killer currently rolls 3 dice.
Yes, it says so right there. So Jacek you can just grab 3 of those black.
Maybe just set them over somewhere over here so we see which ones are the active ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll mine, and Jacek rolls his. The killer always succeeds on a 4, 5, and 6, and unfortunately for me, he wins on ties as well.
Okay.
There we go. Oh no.
2 6s.
2 6s.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got 2 6s and I've got 2 successes, which means we're tied.
Yep.
Fortunately for me, there is a mechanic that we haven't covered yet. You might have noticed that we all started with this one token on our cards, and this is the resolve mechanic. So resolve is a token. This is a resource that we can spend to influence the cards we draw and the dice we roll. So in this case, I would like to spend my resolve in combat. What this means is that I will re-roll any number of dice for this first symbol that I spent, for this first token. If I had more of these, I would be able to then re-roll 1 more die for each additional token. So any number of dice for the first one, and then 1 die for each subsequent token.
Exactly.
In this case, I'm just going to re-roll that 2 and 3 and hope for another success. And luck is not with me.
Nothing.
So what happens now is the killer succeeds because he wins on ties.
Yep.
And he will deal 2 damage to me, which isn't too bad.
Yep. And you can just move your health tracker on your card there. Yep.
And this also means that I receive resolve, because what happens is whenever you are dealt damage, you also receive that amount of resolve. So I get 2 resolve back.
Oh, nice. So that is at least something you can use on a later turn.
Yeah, but this is my turn, so I'm still there. Next turn, I'm still going to have to pick an attack or escape card.
Yep.
Okay, Ray, it's your go.
Yes. So I chose to move to my right. So I flipped this room, and it is the strongbox room. I will move there, and to search this room you need to spend a key, and I don't even have one yet. If I did, I would get a shotgun with 2 shells and expend this room, but since I don't, there is not a whole lot I can do here. So I take my card back. Okay, so Jacek.
Yep, I'm just going this way. To be able to reach the MC gift.
Yeah, exactly.
Later on.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually.
Okay. So let us put our cards back, and then I'm going to grab a card from the MC deck.
Yes, exactly. And there we go. And it is the self-mutilation card.
Yeah, so this one's fun. So what happens is we get to decrease the killer's HP by 3 points. And then continuing with the instructions, I need to do the following. If he were stunned, we would activate him.
Mm-hmm.
We increase his rage by 2 points, and we would move him 1 space if he's not in combat, but unfortunately for me, he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So his rage is increased.
Yeah. And then we pass the first player card again.
Yeah. Okay. I'll select my action. There we go. All right. Everybody ready? So Krzysztof is gonna escape the next time.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen at the end of the turn. So you go first.
Yep, I flip over this card. I'm moving down. This is the ammunition tree. So I can find ammunition for a weapon that I don't have. Yeah, exactly. This is the pistol ammunition. So there we can see the bullets. But you know what? That might be handy later. So okay, well, I'm here. Take back my card. Jacek, you're up.
Yep, I'm moving right here.
Obviously.
Okay, and then I'm gonna roll for my escape, and in this case, because Raymond is the first player, you can roll for the killer.
Okay.
Currently, the killer will roll 4 dice.
Yes, because of his rage is at this point, and we can see that he has ×4 dice over there, so I will grab 4 of these dice. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay.
Ooh, that's a terrible roll on me.
Well,
but his is even worse. Very good.
It's even worse, yeah.
Yeah. So I only get 1 success because a 4, when I use an escape card, a 4 is a success as well.
Yep.
And the killer gets none. And because the killer doesn't have any resolve, he cannot really re-roll his dice. That means I escape successfully.
Nice.
What this means is I basically escape without getting any damage, and I choose where to escape using the regular movement rules.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move over here.
Into another room, the fake hostage room.
Yeah, and what happens now is whenever the killer is left at the end of the turn alone in a room, he is stunned. That's the stun mechanic and the activation that we talked about. So I'm gonna flip him here. And this being tabletop sim, he might actually do this. So we'll have to figure out how to do this thing properly.
He's on his side, so that's actually like a roomie. That's fine.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep him here, and whenever the killer is stunned, his rage is also decreased by 1.
Okay, nice. So there we go.
And that's another turn done. So let's go with an MC card for this turn.
Yeah, I'll just pass this one. First, I'll take the MC card, flip that over, and that is another self-mutilation.
He's very angry.
Yep. So he loses 3 hit points again. So I'll do that first. So he is currently at 7. So that's 6, 5, and 4. So he's pretty damaged. He's hurt. And so if he is stunned, we activate him. So I pick him up again and increase the killer's rage by 2 points. And I can move him 1 space because he is not in combat. So he just went down and now he goes up again. Oh, not the card, but the token up 2 spots over there. And I can move him. So yeah, guess what?
Yeah, he will continue his hunt.
Exactly. Make him, make you soft a bit, soften you up a bit, so I can grab that.
We'll see.
Later. Okay. I really enjoy the take that mechanic of this. It's everybody for himself. Like, what's the movie again where everybody's trying to kill each other? Help me out here. Battle Royale.
Yes,
Battle Royale.
Yes, it's it has kind of this Battle Royale mechanic to it a little bit, and what we'll also see as the game progresses is that the board also gets a bit smaller with time, so it has that aspect of it again as well. Okay, so I've got my card, you've got yours.
Now before picking my card, I have a technical question here, because obviously I have a great appetite for the MC gift. But at the same time, I'm in the room in which you need a knife to be able to search it. So can I search it without a knife?
Yeah, so basically, picking the search option right now, what happens is you choose which one you do, and if you choose the MC gift, you just pick it up, you just flip it, and whatever's there, you just get that. If this was a room that you would be able to search normally, you'd have to pick either searching the room or picking up the gift token.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. Right. And Chris is going to escape, or attempt to escape again.
But first, let's see what Jacek finds under that token. That token can be something good. Most of these rewards are good, but some of them are traps. And this one is a trap.
Obviously.
You lose 1 health.
I lose 1 health.
But you do get 1 resolve.
But I do get 1 resolve, exactly. Let me just pick 1 resolve from here and put it here.
All right, so I'm gonna need Jacek to roll for the killer now, and that's 4 dice.
4 dice. Oh. And roll.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so in this case, because the killer wins on ties, whenever he gets 4 successes, you can't really do much about it. So I will have to accept that effect. Fortunately for me, that means that I do escape. I still do, but I do get damage. So that's 4 points of damage for me.
Wow.
So I'm not doing very well, but I also get 4 resolve tokens, which means that I have now plenty of resources to help myself both in combat and in search.
Yeah.
So, dear viewers, if you're looking for a game in which any form of cooperation only means to cooperate to kill another player, then that's Halls of Horror is your game.
Yeah, in a nutshell, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here to see what's there.
And it is a room filled with tombs.
And again, because the killer is left alone, hopefully he won't be getting up this fast this time.
Yep. I'll see if I can move him over a bit better. So flip him. Let's put him there so he doesn't fall on top of you. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
All right. So
all right then, and it's still your search.
Yeah. So I got a search option. So I need to flip 4 cards. So there we go. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Flipping them over. I get 3 keys even, so I have a success. I have a pair.
Yeah, in this case though, you're looking specifically for those bullet cards.
Bullets. So I'm getting bullets.
So you don't actually have any of these.
What do you
right? Because in this case, this is not a puzzle room. This is a regular search room.
Yeah.
So what means is you're looking for specifically bullet cards, ammunition cards, which you haven't gotten any of.
Yeah, true.
So now that you have now 2 options. You can spend that 1 resolve token that you have, which will allow you to draw 2 more cards and potentially discard 1 of all the cards you've drawn, which isn't that important in this particular room, but it's very useful in some other rooms.
Yeah.
Or you can just accept that you haven't found anything, and then you get 1 point of resolve as a consolation prize, basically.
Yeah, I'll go with that option because, even if I found bullets, I'd still need to find a gun. So I'll take that consolation prize. Oh, thank you very much. So that is fine. And then it's time for...
Yep, to pick a card.
The Master of Ceremonies.
There it is. And it's a gift
Another
from...
gift.
Yeah.
So you can try again.
I can try again.
Yeah. You get to choose where to put it.
Right, but I cannot put it in the room I'm in, unfortunately.
No, but you can put it near yourself.
But I can put it... Yep, I can put it here.
Exactly.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah, and also you have a single point to spend for the killer.
The killer.
Exactly.
So in this case, you cannot activate him because that usually costs 2 symbols, but you can increase his rage, his health, and basically that's it because you would be able to move him only if he was activated.
Exactly.
So let me just increase his health. As he's on 4 HP.
Yeah,
it's not a lot.
Not too bad. Yeah, exactly.
So Just people remember to take care of your killer.
Well, not your killer, but your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
And
that's
the first player card
my go
goes
now.
to you.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Okie dokie.
So let's see what we shall do then. All right. I'll pick the card. All right. So Krzysztof goes first,
Yeah.
and you're searching the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna search. So that's 5 cards, and we'll see what comes.
Comes up. Yep. Oh.
Okay. So
Oh,
as
you do
with
have
any
a
other
9.
search, what I have to start with is to throw away any cards that are not represented on the location. So in this case, I have a firearms reward card, but there is actually no firearm there to be found. So that goes away. And now there's also the fact that I have 2 copies of the melee weapon card.
Exactly.
This means that even if this knife was represented on the rightmost spot, it doesn't matter where it would be, because I've got the majority of that reward. That's what I get. But remember that I do have a lot of resolve, so I would like to risk it to maybe get that first aid kit, which would be very useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 resolve token.
If you can grab one. Yeah, there we go.
And I'm going to draw 2 more cards. Okay, nothing yet. So what I can still do is now I can draw 1 card for each resolve token. So I'm just gonna go with 1 more, Justin.
Yeah, 1 more token is 1 card.
And that's ammo.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to spend too much resolve here. So and I can still basically search here next turn. Yeah. So what happens is I've got a draw between the amount of ammo cards and the melee weapon cards, but the melee weapon card is the leftmost, so that's what I'm gonna get.
That's the one that you find first, indeed.
And so I got a knife. Yep. And now because this reward is represented in a square, I need to cover it up because it's no longer...
Exactly. So the next time somebody would search here, then the first thing would be the first aid kit, if you find that. And then you could lose some health, and then you could find ammo.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so it's your guy's turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to the right, flip over this room, and that is a room with barrels filled with worms. All right. And that is also a search room with 5 cards, which is nice, for possibly for ammo. And this is the panicked symbol, I think.
Yes, this is the panic card.
Okay, so I could search these barrels and either find something useful or just grab a handful of worms and panic, because I really do not like worms.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and it's Jacek's go.
Yep, I'm moving right here for a chance to get any good gift instead of losing health.
Yep.
Okay, so we get a something changed card. That's an interesting one. What it means is we're going to have a new room enter the game instead of one of the exhausted empty rooms that we have. So currently, I have a choice of 3 rooms to exchange. This one, or this one. They're all exhausted and empty.
The ones with the exhaustion token. Okay.
And since this one is closest to me, that's probably what I want to do.
Yeah. And then you draw a new card.
Yeah, I'm going to give these ones a nice shuffle, and I'm going to take one of the new cards and put it face down onto the board in that spot.
Yep. And there we go.
And then I also have a single point to spend on the killer, so yeah, let him recuperate some more, I guess.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next turn.
Yes, okay, so it's my turn. Let me see what I want to do then. Okay, I've selected a card, and so have you guys. Yes. All right, let's flip it over. Okay. So
see, I moved away. I shouldn't have done that, but I was worried that you might want to visit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I could have actually, because you were so low on health. Yeah, that's actually something I should keep in mind.
Well, now you're one space. You'll be one space further away from me. But first, do your search.
Yeah. So I got 5 cards, and there is the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. All right. So do I find anything? So let me see. I have bullets. But I need to find 2 of them or not?
No, it's enough that the reward is represented on the card in any number.
Okay. So that's what.
So that's going to be 2 shells.
Yep.
Yeah, because you have basically the firearm cards and the health, the damage card are discarded because they're not represented on the room.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're left with the bullets and the axe, but the bullets are the leftmost.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So that's 2 shells for you.
Yep.
And we also covered that up.
Yes. All right. So that was my search action.
Okay. Now it's Jacek's.
Yep. Please let it be a nice. Yes.
Oh, wow. He finds an axe.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right. Let me just grab one of those.
Okay. So I'm going to go right because that's what I declared.
Yeah. Into the strongbox room.
And now it's your turn to get a card, Raymond.
Yes, from this stack. And that is a gift from the MC once more. That's nice.
These are actually 2 gifts from
2 gifts. Yeah, I get 2 gifts at random, and I place them face down in different empty rooms, and I get 2 activations for the killer as well. Let me see, where do I want to put them? I will put one here, and I will put one here. Maybe I can lure you.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. So I get 2, so that means I can use those 2 to activate the killer.
Yeah, you have to activate the killer if the killer is stunned and you have those 2 points to spend.
So there we go. I put them up right. Those were the 2 activation points. And that is it. Everybody's taken their turn. Now it's Jacek's turn.
Yep.
So let me see. An action. Okay.
And flip it.
Flippy.
Okay, I'm going first. I'm far away from you guys and the killer, which is good. I'm just moving right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to put some distance between me and the killer as well, so...
Yeah. All right, and I am also moving to the left. Right. Now Jacek can draw a Master of Ceremonies card. And that is Nooks and Crannies.
Wow. Choose one empty room. With 1 existed reward token, remove 1 existed reward token from that room.
Yeah. So basically you have a choice of these 2.
Right. So I'm gonna take this one off. And then I have 1 point, right? 1 point for the killer. 1 point for the killer. Let him just increase his rage.
Oh, wow.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
okay.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
He thinks I'm far away from the killer, so I'm just gonna enrage him.
Okay, I'm taking that first player card. And now let's do another turn.
Okay, I've selected a card.
And to pick my card, which is this one, and it goes here and flip.
Yep.
Okay, so starting from me, I'm gonna move down.
Yeah. The exit. Another one.
The second exit, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so now I get to search, and I'm gonna use my search to pick up the gift. So let me just pick up the gift. Let's see what that is. I get body armor, people.
Right.
Yes.
So that's discard a Kevlar vest. When you receive damage in combat only, discard, and ignore damage coming from a single source. So I'll pick one of those. That is my turn. Nice. Yep, thanks. Okay, Jacek.
Okay, so I'm slowly moving left. Not really doing anything, but better stay safe than sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the card. Even
the odds. Okay, so one person, the one who has the most HP, loses 1 HP. So that's gonna be Raymond.
Yeah. So choose if there's a tie. You choose me.
Yeah, but there is no tie actually. You are the person with the most.
Okay.
So.
All right. So.
But you do get a point of resolve.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That is always nice. So let me see, where are the resolve tokens? Over here. Oh, there's a separate one there. Yeah. Thanks. Okay.
And also the killer has 1 point to spend.
Ah, yes. He's gonna move there. Okay.
So I'm just gonna move him over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Oh. Yep. Thank you. Right, so let me see. What am I going to do next? All right, I'll just pick this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just simply moving to the left. And Jacek is also moving to his left.
Here.
And I'm gonna move over here.
Mm-hmm. And that is, let's have a look at that. The fountain with murky water. Yes. Another search room where you could find lots of bullets, if you're lucky. An inexhaustible fountain of bullets.
Yep.
But you could also get panicked or potentially find a knife.
Yep. In which case, because I already have the knife, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'll work with it.
Yep.
Okay. It's your card now.
Yeah, so let's see what it gives. So we've got the Killer's Wrath. If the killer is stunned, activate him, but he's not. If the killer is activated, increase his rage by 1. And if the killer is dead, he gets 3 activations. So we're at the middle one. So increase his rage by 1. And he can actually still increase by 1. So he's now at his maximum rage. 4.
And he gets, and you also get a single point to spend on him, regardless of the fact that you increase that rage. So you can move him or increase his health.
Yep, I think I will move him then. There he goes. Because I do not want to see him healthy. So we all had our turn. Move this over to Jacek.
Yep, thank you.
Difficult. What can I find there? Are there actually any rooms where we can find keys right now? I don't think there are, right?
Well, there's one more that's uncovered, so we'll see in a minute, I guess. But other than that, this might mean that it's either time to confront the killer or to hunt ourselves down. So
exactly.
Or hunt one another down.
Yep. Okay. We're all moving.
Yep. Let me just...
Yeah,
See,
let's
there is
have a
no
look at what that is. A glass sculpture, which has a 4 search card action, and you can either get damaged or find 1 gun.
Yep.
Hmm.
Here.
And I move over there. Right, so now it's the MC.
All right.
Something changed.
Choose an exhausted and to replace a drink a new room from the ones not taking part in the game. The new room enters place face down. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically you only have a choice of a single room right now because there's only a single exhausted empty room. The other one has Raymond's character in it, so it's not empty. So we need to replace this one with one of these cards over here.
Yep, I'll remove the token. There.
I'll remove the card over here, and I'll take this one. And it's for some reason I cannot make it.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. I'm gonna.
All right.
All right.
All right, and that goes here.
And then you can activate the killer with 1 action.
Yep. Maybe we can just move him.
You can.
For example, here. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. All right. Krzysztof is gonna do a search.
Yeah. So I have a knife now, so I can search here.
Yep, that's the prerequisite.
Okay, and I get exactly what I want because, or no, actually I don't because there is damage here.
Yep,
Ooh.
there is damage, and that is the most of.
Yeah. So what I have to do is I have to spend that resolve to see if I can do something about it.
And now you get to draw 2. Exactly. Oh, another one.
Why did this have to be a third damage card?
Oh Lord!
Because for the viewers who are watching, if this was any kind of different card, the fact that I spent the resolve token also allows me to discard a single card from all the ones I've drawn. So I would have just discarded one of these other damage ones, and I would get the Kevlar vest, which is what I was fishing for. But unfortunately, in this case, what I would have to do is draw 1 more Kevlar vest, and I'm pretty sure that I already have one in my discard pile.
And there's 3 of each?
Yeah, there's 3 of each for 21 cards total in every deck. So there is not a huge chance that's going to happen, even if I keep spending resolve. So instead, I'm just going to take 1 more damage.
Okay. I think you've spent all your designer's luck at the start of the game.
Yeah, probably.
With the shotgun. Alright, then I'm just going to move that way, and that is my move, my action.
And I'm moving
down
right here.
Ah, there we go. You guys are
I thought you were moving down.
Oh yes, I'm moving down.
Actually, yes. There you go.
There you go.
Right. Well, somehow I just felt I wanted to fight with you, apparently.
Yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
All right.
Worry, that will happen anyway. So.
Okay, the killer is hunting.
Oh, nice.
He's activated, so I can move him over to Raymond.
Yeah, I feared as much. Right. So now what happens is we fight immediately, or?
Well, a new turn comes, and this is where you have to play either the escape or attack card, and we play our regular cards.
And he is currently at 6 health, I believe.
Yeah.
And I do have an axe, which is still 5 or 6, but it does do 4 damage if I hit. And I have my Kevlar vest, so I could risk it. On the other hand, if I escape, I have a 50-50 chance of escaping. on a die, and if I don't escape, I get 1 damage, which I can take. And can I choose to discard the Kevlar vest, or can I choose to? No, it just goes away.
Yeah, if you have it, you have to discard it whenever you receive the first damage.
Yeah,
and since he's dealing 5 damage now, I believe.
Oh, right.
4 damage. He deals 4 damage now, so that's a lot to be soaked by that Kevlar vest. So it's a good use of that item.
All right, so let me see. Do I want to run away? If I do run away, I get to escape to any adjacent room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Do I want to take him on or not? Tough call. All right. Well, I've made my decision.
Let's flip him.
Okay, let's flip him. Right, so I'm going to try to escape. So
Okay.
All right, so on an escape.
So you start. So roll your 4 dice, and I'm gonna roll for the killer since I'm on your right side.
Okay, let me see if I can. I roll 2 5s.
I've got 3 successes for the killer.
Boy.
So you need 4 successes to escape without damage, or you will escape, but your Kevlar vest will get expended.
That's true, but I still have 3 resolve tokens, so I am going
Yep.
to spend a resolve token and see if I can reroll 2 of them, right?
Yeah. Any number, but in this case you want to reroll 2 because those are the ones that haven't come up as success.
Okay, so let's see.
And there you go.
And there we go. That's successful. Nice. So I do get to escape. I have 4 successes versus the killer's 3. And that's it. I get to choose where to go. I'll just take this card back. And I want to go... Let's see. The bullets that I found were for the gun, right? Yeah. No, those are shotgun shells. Or does it not matter? Bullet token?
It does matter. It does
yeah,
matter. So it's for the shotgun shells, yes.
Yeah, okay, so finding a gun won't very much help me.
It comes preloaded with 2 bullets, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, does anyone of us already have a key? I don't think so, right? We're still
not yet.
No.
Then I will move to the left. I'll have to flip that over first. And that is... Oh, let me just turn that around.
Yep.
There we go. It's puzzle room D. I've escaped.
Yeah, so now this is going to be an interesting situation because I believe that's also the place where Jacek moves to.
Exactly. Yep.
In which case, this puzzle room will not close behind you guys because you're not the only people there. But once one of you is left there, that's when the room is going to close. And this puzzle room actually does have a key in it.
Yay.
So that's going to be interesting, especially if the killer joins you, which we'll see if that happens. But first, the killer is also temporarily stunned.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Because I escaped, and now he's standing upright.
Yes, and now he is balancing on his head.
All right.
That is very nice. And also his rage decreases by 1.
Yeah, and now you get to search.
Jacek moves down.
I'm just moving right here.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do that search again. So flipping my cards over to reshuffle them.
Yep, because you went through the entire deck. Okay. So
Okay. I can work with this. So I'm gonna spend a resolve token again. Oh God. Okay, one more resolve token.
I'm having so much fun with this.
Ah.
It's a key.
Yeah, well, that's damage again for me. I guess this is just nature's way of telling me I shouldn't search here.
Yep. Okay. Right, so let's have a look at one of these cards then. Flip this over. And that is the killer is hunting again. So I activate the killer. And then that's it, right?
And that's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Okay, so that's it. You get the first player card.
And now we're gonna fight.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys pick an escape or attack card, and you flip it over at the same time when I'm gonna flip my regular exploration card.
Let me think. Choose this card. All right. And we're both attacking.
Yep.
Gonna duke it out.
Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm just gonna move over here, and you guys can duke it out.
Yeah. And
All right.
You're gonna grab your popcorn.
Let's throw the dice. Like this. And it's two successes.
Me too.
It's a single success.
It's a single success
because it's a 5 and 6.
1, 5. Yeah.
Yep.
So you
Okay,
have
so in this case, what happens is because one of you has more successes than the other one, Jacek can now decide to spend resolve to reroll his dice that didn't come up as a success, because you have 1 success and Raymond has 2. So it's kind of in your interest to try and at least tie that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm rolling 3 dice.
Yep.
Please. Oh my god.
Nope.
Even
So you
worse.
can still reroll one of these dice for that 1 token you have.
Okay. I'm gonna do exactly that. Let me just take this one.
Aw.
Nope.
Oh no.
Okay, so in this case, unfortunately, you get dealt damage by Raymond, 4 points of damage, but you also get 4 resolve back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be on 5. And I'm taking 4 resolve. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right.
Okay.
Don't mess
So-
with Raymond. Or I should say,
So that's that.
Still,
And it's a card.
I'm
Ian.
drawing a card for the killer, and that's...
Okay, a room is closed. Choose an exhausted empty room. That room is locked until the end of the game.
Yeah, there's a single one that you can choose right now.
And this one.
The
This one,
puzzle
yeah.
obelisk. Yeah. So what we do with this one is we can remove that exhausted room token. You can flip that card.
Okay.
So it's on its back is showing, and we'll place one of these tokens.
On top.
Yeah, and from this moment onward, nobody can enter there. So not the killer, not us.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And also, you've got 1 point for the killer.
Of course. And I guess you know what's happening.
Yes,
Exactly.
well.
Yeah, next turn is gonna be pretty rough.
Combats all around.
Combat
Yep.
all around. Okay. I've chosen my card.
Yep.
Let's flip it. Always going to attack. That's bold of you.
Well, I have more resolve now.
That's true. You have a lot of resolve.
Okay, so Jacek can roll for the killer. I'm gonna do my
Right.
combat first.
And I'm
and
rolling,
I'll see if I can
4
escape.
cards, right?
4 dice, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's
right.
at-
Yep.
He is at 4 dice at the moment.
Ah, come on. Not a single success, really? He's got 2, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
4 and a 5, so that's 2 successes, and you rolled 2s and a 3. And a resolve
And
does-
I've got
you
2,
got-
so I need 1 more.
with the shotgun, yes.
I'm actually running away, so it's always a 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this is my last resolve. If this doesn't happen for me, I'm dead, and then we're gonna move to another part of the game that's kind of interesting. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not hoping that I'm not going to get a 3rd success, but it might be interesting if I don't. So let's look. Not yet. Not yet. I'm still alive. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run away.
To the right. Yep. And he is flipped over, stunned by Krzysztof's bold escape.
And now we fight.
And he
yes, and now it's your turn to fight.
Yep. All right.
5 and 4.
Oh. This one landed on top of that, but that's a 6. I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry. Wait.
When you hover over it, it actually does say it's a 4, so that's fine.
It's all 4s.
So you can says each, it seems. In which case, the initiative goes to Raymond because you're the closest to the first player in turn order, and it's your decision now to spend resolve and reroll or not. If you tie, you deal each other damage, but you deal each other only a single point of damage.
Okay.
So that's something to take into consideration. But if one of you wins, of course, you deal full damage to the other person.
Yeah, and I'd like to deal full damage, so I'm going to spend 1 resolve that I'm going to put on this stack back here, and I can reroll all these 4s, right? So
yep.
I'll just take those, shuffle, and I roll them, and that's not very good.
And you can still spend 1 resolve to reroll 1 die.
True, but do I want... Well, on the other hand, if I do get damage, I get resolve back, right?
Yes, and also you can now say that you don't want to do it, and then it's going to be Jacek's decision if he wants to reroll, and then it will get back to you if he gets more successes than you do. There's a chance that you'll be able to roll again. So it's up to you if you want to see what happens now, or potentially agree to take 1 point of damage and lose that Kevlar vest. Well, not take damage actually, and to lose that Kevlar.
Yeah, exactly. But 1 resolve is now 1 die, right?
Yes, it's 1 die for this point.
So I'll probably wait then.
Okay, so it's Jacek's decision.
Of course I'm spending my resolve.
Obviously.
Yep.
Right here, and I'm picking 3... Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
You can roll them individually if you want to.
And that's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
So now it's back to Raymond.
You
can now resolve to reroll 1.
I better do that, so I'll put that token down. And I will reroll, and that's... which key, what is that again? F? Oh, no, that's just flipping it around.
R.
There we go. Oh, and it's a 6.
Nice.
Yep.
So let me
back to Jacek.
Of course, let me spend another point of resolve.
Really?
Of course. Oh, the stack has just fallen.
It doesn't matter.
That's fine.
The strange
so let
physics.
me just roll this one. It's a 2. Okay, just 1 more point. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
And this one. Yes!
Oh, boom.
All right, and since Raymond has no resolve left, he has to take that result. So you would get that damage, but you have the Kevlar vest.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
So you basically just lose the Kevlar vest.
Yes. All right. That's a shame, but okay. It was worth the risk.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's see what the killer does.
Yes. A gift.
There's gonna be a gift. All right. I can work with that.
And you have 1 action for the killer. Since he can't
Let's
move.
regenerate a bit.
All right.
All right, let's see. So we are still together. I am short on resolve though, but All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good place to be because there's a key there, and also the 2 exits are adjacent to that, so it's actually a pretty good place to be.
Yep. And we're attacking again.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm just going to move again.
I have 1 resolve point more. You have 0.
True. So I know. But I'm
my
ahead.
hope.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. Yep. So there we go.
Right.
I only have a 5 with my axe.
I have a 6.
So both we have
Which
one
means that
damage.
I'm gonna re-roll. I'm definitely going to re-roll. Goes, and it's 1, 2, 3, and roll. And nope. Nope.
Okay,
nope,
so
nope.
it's 1 damage each.
Right.
All right. Let me
And you also get 1 resolve each.
Yes.
Cool. Let me just grab one. That is one.
Going
right.
to be. Next turn will be super interesting. As both of us will gonna have.
Yeah,
one
especially
resolve,
that if note that you only have 4 HP left, Jacek. So
Yes.
if Raymond wins, he actually does kill you
Yeah.
there, and that means he has access to a key that's on you, and also the
And in
key
the
that's
room.
gonna come from that room.
I'm coming for
So
you.
that's those are high stakes there.
Yep.
Still, I'm gonna get to control the killer entirely.
Yes, that's something that happens when. So
Somebody
we can
dies.
cover that since Jacek mentioned it. Whenever a character is eliminated, that player who controls that character instead becomes the master of the ceremony. So he will then have full control over the killer with the cards, and you get to draw 2 cards and resolve one of them from the MC cards. So it gives you more control.
Yep.
And basically, from that point onward, your goal is to eliminate all the other players, and then you still have a chance of winning.
Okay. Nice. So let's flip over the ceremony master card. In Human Frenzy, use the following killer of symbols according to regular rules. So it just gets 3 activations. So 2 of them have to be spent to activate him, right?
Yes.
And then I have 1 left. I will move him that way then. Yeah. away with him. All right. And then it's Jacek's turn.
Yep.
All right. Let me see. Okay. Flip him. brave of you.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we do combat first.
2 successes.
I have 1 success on my axe, yes. So I'm gonna have to spend a resolve.
Right.
And then I will reroll these dice. And that is with the, I keep forgetting, the R, right? So I
The R, yes.
Yeah, there we go. 2 successes.
Success. So now I'm gonna spend my resolve.
Oh god. Let's hope.
And there are 2 dice. Roll.
Yes!
Oh,
Snake eyes!
Right.
Okay, so 1 each again.
Yep.
So you're slowly inching closer to being
resolve.
defeated.
Yep.
Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna flip this gift token here.
Oh,
let's
see what that is. You're
Oh,
panicked.
great.
You're not
That's a
very
panic.
lucky with these, are you?
No. It seems that the digital version of this game hates me even more than my
the physical version.
copy that I used to play. Okay, so let's take that panic card.
Okay.
So a panic card basically means that I now draw less cards in searching, and I also have to reroll successes in combat. But fortunately, all I need to do to get rid of it is just search the location and just declare that I, calm myself down. So it's not that bad, but it can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that was Jacek's turn. Now you get... Oh yeah, I had to discard this one. You draw a new one. The killer's hunting.
Of course. Activate him.
I know where you can move him.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
And there's Krzysztof pondering his existence.
Yes. Pondering the few moments he has left to live.
Yeah. All right.
Okie dokie.
Are you sure you want to stay in the room with me? Oh boy.
Hey. Okay.
Let's flip him. Yep.
Still fighting. Okay. So if Jacek could roll for the killer for me, that's.
Of course. He's on 4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice.
Right.
Oh, and I'm out of resolve. Oops.
And there are 2 successes.
All right. Now I'll roll mine. There we go.
And let's see, for mine, I've got 2 successes as well. So actually, I'm dead.
Oh no.
So what happens is the killer just won on a tie, dealing me 3 points of damage, and that reduces me to 0 hit points.
Yep.
So what happens is, the first thing that happens is that my figurine gets placed on its side. We'll figure that out in a minute, to place the figurine on that location, because at this point you can go there and search my body for a guaranteed key, as well as you'll be able to get anything that I've got on me in terms of cards. So you'll be able to snatch that shotgun and knife off my body in a single search.
Wonderful.
Okay.
The other thing that happens is the killer also gets stunned because he's now alone in the room, essentially. And because I am the first player to die in this way, I'm going to get the Master of the Ceremony card. And from this turn onwards, I'm the person who's going to command the house. Of course, it might happen that we might be sharing that responsibility with Jacek, depending on what your roles show. So do your combat, guys, and I'll just tidy up here a bit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so we need to do our combat next, Jacek. And,
yes, I have 2 successes.
Yeah, and I also already rolled and I had nothing. I
Yeah.
had 3s and 2s, so that was pretty bad. So what happens then is that I receive full damage, right?
Yep.
So 2 successes
If you
is...
have no result for your roll, then you
Nothing.
need to take the damage.
Yep. So that is...
And now you have some resolve.
Yeah, I get 2 resolve. That's a 1. That is 1 token, right? Yes, and there's a separate 1, 2.
2 resolve.
You get 4.
You get 4.
4 damage and 4 resolve.
Oh, I got 4 damage. Oh yeah,
Yep.
2 successes and that did 4 damage. Oh wow.
And an
Wow.
axe. Yeah.
That's actually a lot more.
But your situation is much better now. I mean, probably if I don't escape or don't attempt to escape this turn, you're gonna defeat me.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I do have 4 resolve now versus your 1, I think. Okay.
Okay, so what happens now at the end of the turn is that instead of... I'm the first player, so I would take the Master of the Ceremony deck anyway, but because I'm now the only Master of the Ceremony around, the first player is... the card is still going to move around, but first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this deck over here.
Because that's yours now to control.
Then I'm just going to throw some of these cards away from my hand so they don't mix up.
Because you don't need them anymore. Yep.
And the other thing is that every person that dies then closes 2 rooms. So I choose 2 rooms to lock permanently. And now, usually, you have to pick rooms that are already exhausted. But in this case, I can also pick rooms that are the starting rooms if they are empty. So that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh.
These ones are double-sided, so I don't actually flip them.
Flip them over, yeah, okay. The token is
they're
free.
double-sided, so you can have a variety of starting rooms with, after you play a few games.
Yep. Oh boy.
And the other rule that I have to adhere to is that I wouldn't be able to close any of these if they would stop any player from reaching any of the exits. But that's not the case now because you have like a clear path to the exits still, even though I've closed these 2 corner rooms. And at this point, I will draw 2 MC cards and pick one of them to resolve.
Oh gosh. Do you get to keep the other one on your hand?
The other one goes on the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a card called Charge.
Charge. So the killer is in fact stunned, so you get to activate him. And if the killer's rage is at least 1, well, isn't it always?
It's the leftmost space on the killer card is considered to be a 0.
Oh, okay.
So as the starting space. So basically it's 2 right now, which means I can use this.
Okay. Then spend 1 point of the killer's rage and move him up to 2 spaces. So he loses rage and he runs 2 spots. And there he is. There with us. Boy.
Yep. So this is going to be an interesting situation for 2 reasons. The first of which being that this is going to be combat between multiple opponents. So we'll cover that when you roll your dice. I'm going to tell you how that works because it's basically dependent on who gets what results. So, in the meantime, I will pass the first player card because I won't be needing it anymore. And now the card only travels between you guys.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I still do need keys though, but this is quite interesting. Let's go for this card then.
And let's flip it.
Yep. You're escaping.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm at 3 HP, so
Yeah. Well,
it's my only chance.
I'm hoping my resolve will save me. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the killer, but I only get to roll 3 dice this time around.
I get to roll them all, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I only got a single success.
That's good.
Ooh, I got 3 successes.
I'm getting none.
Nice.
Okay, so before you guys decide if you want to reroll or not, what happens with combat against multiple opponents is that the person with the most successes is the one whose attack or escape card takes precedence. So in this case, we've got a single success from the killer, no successes from Jacek, and 3 successes from Raymond. What this means is Raymond will get to deal damage in this situation, but the damage you deal is dealt to both the killer and Jacek's character.
Wow.
But it is decreased by one for each additional target, which means they both receive 3 damage.
3 damage.
In the case.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Well, I'm sorry.
Jacek can try to do something about it.
Yeah, which means that I'm spending my last resolve.
To reroll everything.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
And I got 2 successes.
3 successes because you're escaping.
Oh yeah.
I'm escaping. Yes, 4
successes,
success, of course.
3 successes. And you're escaping. So it's a tie then with me?
Yep.
Yes.
That means you don't escape and receive 1 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
I'm getting 1.
But I do deal 3 damage to the killer.
Yes, of course you could try to get a 4th success if you want to.
I could, and then.
And in that case, you would deal full damage to Jacek.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, all 3 points of damage in this case.
I have 4 of them, right? Yeah. You know, why not?
Yeah, of course.
Let's just go all or nothing. So it's this die that I will re-roll. Boom. Ah, come on.
Yeah, it's a 3.
No.
It's good. It's
You can keep going.
I think
Or
I
not.
will. Or not. I'm gonna re-roll this a bit better. Oh, come on. R. No. Oh, this is the F. R. I need to hit the R. Yeah, it's still a miss.
It's a 4.
I hit the F
Still
instead.
not enough.
Oh, and I have 2 left. Yeah, I do want to moiderize you. I'm just gonna try and see if I can actually roll it. Yes! Look at that.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, so in this case, what happens is Jacek is also defeated,
yes.
while the killer receives 3.
3 damage on his card.
And what happens now is me and Jacek, we form a team of Masters of the Ceremonies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only got that card for a single turn. This card now will pass to Jacek this turn, and we also do the same thing in which Jacek now has to choose 2 rooms to close.
Okay. Does the killer lose rage because I...
The killer currently is still standing with you in the room, so he's still as active as he was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And you cannot search here as long as the killer is here because you actually have to play the combat cards instead.
Yeah. And I need to search to find Jacek's key.
Yes, to search to find that key on Jacek's character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so in this case, what happens with the locking of rooms? The only room that Jacek can currently lock without like any additional rules is the starting room. So you can just do that. But you also get to choose another room to lock. That room can be any room around the board, but it cannot have a key as a reward. So that's something that doesn't factor in this setup. And also you have to adhere to the rule that it has to be an empty room, and you cannot actually block anybody's path to the exits.
Oh.
So how about this one?
Yeah,
you can choose that one.
All right.
So, yeah.
And you will now be the master of the ceremony, so I'm going to move this stuff around. Yeah, and this way you can now take 2 cards and pick 1.
Okay, so let me take that on my hand. 1 and 2. And let's see this one, and let's see this one. This one is like this, and this one is like this. So I'm gonna pick a room is closed.
Okay.
Which means that I am to choose an exhausted empty room. The room is locked at the end of the game, and I'm getting 1 action.
Yeah, but in this case, note that
we don't
you
have
can
any
actually
exhaust room, so you get to perform twice 2 actions for the killer.
Wonderful.
Oh God.
Wonderful. That means that I'm gonna increase his rage by 2 points.
Yep. I was afraid you were gonna do that.
Yep.
There we go.
And
So
the second card goes
underneath the deck.
Underneath the deck. How to do it technically here?
Yeah, Krzysztof will do that.
Right. Yeah.
It's enough to just drop it.
And now you're going to be the master of the ceremony, right?
Yes, this will pass on to me now. And Raymond remains the only first player.
Yep.
True.
So this one doesn't move anymore.
Yep.
So basically, you can now just play your cards face up if you want to, because there's no need to flip them up now.
Well, technically, right now I have only one choice, and that is to defeat the killer, because I need both his key and Jacek's key. Those are sure shots if I manage to kill him, and then I can escape. So there's no point in going anywhere else for me. So it's gonna be an attack, and I'll just roll then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll roll for the killer.
I'll just put them down and roll. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's see what Krzysztof rolls.
Nothing. A big load of nothing.
Awesome.
So
this is unfortunate.
So I deal 4 damage with my axe to the
And
killer.
that's exactly enough to
kill him.
Kill him, yes.
Oh my lord! That was with 1 roll. That was so lucky. So he's actually
Okay, so you get that key
3, 2, 1.
of him.
Yep, I get the key to. Well, let me just zoom out a bit. There we go. And I get to place that on my character.
Yeah, and basically now what happens is everybody who finds a key also gets to lock a room for every key you find. So you get to lock a room, and you need to lock a room. The killer is currently stunned because he's at 0 HP. That's true. One thing that we've missed last turn when Jacek was the master of the ceremony is actually when more people die, you get a choice of a bigger amount of cards.
Oh.
So at this point, I will get a card. I will get to choose from 3 cards instead of 2.
Oh, Lord.
And we'll see if I can rejuvenate him and put him on his legs again to bother you some more.
No, I just want to search. I'm never getting out of it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would indeed like that very much. It's the designer's revenge, people.
Also, right, the killer's rage gets reset because he's dead.
Yeah, true.
So that's the saving grace here. But yeah, definitely, I've got a card which I should play right now, which is, if the killer is dead, I get 3 points.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we reactivate him and have him do something, or, increase his rage, probably.
Yeah, first, because he's at 0 HP, what I have to do is heal him at least 1 HP.
So he does begin at, it's 0 again. Okay.
And then, because he's now at 1 HP, I still have to activate him.
Yeah,
so no searching for you this turn, not yet.
Is there actually a way for me to still win then? Because, technically you get 3 cards each time. There is probably going to be ways to reactivate him every turn.
Well, your best strategy right now is to either try and get a key from my body over here, hoping that we'll just that we will only ever get enough points to be 1 step behind you. And then the other thing is that if you kill the killer, there's actually like the path to bringing him up is longer because you have to spend these 3 points, and there are not many cards that give those.
So you can only reactivate him if you heal him 1 point at least first.
Yeah, well, we first have to heal him from 0 HP to 1 HP, and then reactivate him, which costs us 2 points. So I was only able to do it now in a single turn because I had 3 points to spend, and that's not very common.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, now that we're drawing 3 cards, there's a good chance that those cards are going to come up, but it's not a given.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna trust my axe and attack again.
Trust in your weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, Jacek, now it's your turn to roll for the killer.
Yep.
Just 3 dice.
Just 3 dice. There it goes. And 1 success.
I also have only 1 success.
And the killer wins on ties.
It does. So I do need to spend resolve. Deal 1 damage, and exactly. So, okay, I will spend my resolve to re-roll all of these. So let me just grab them.
Is that your last point?
Yep. And it's 2 successes.
Okay.
So
Nice.
3 successes.
So the killer is down again.
I slay the killer with the axe.
But no key for you this time because the key is a one-time reward from the killer.
Yeah. Okay, obviously I took it off his card. Okay, now it's the Master of Ceremonies' turn.
Okay, and now it's Jacek's choice of 3 cards.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this one sounds nice.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's go with terror.
That does not sound good.
Very optimistic. So basically, because we're in the same room.
Yeah, but he has to be activated though.
He's not activated.
Right.
Yeah.
If no characters.
But it's good enough because we still get 2 points to spend, so that's not too good. That's not too bad.
Yeah, so we can activate him.
You first have to heal him though.
Yeah.
So you get 1 point to heal him, and then the other one you can spend on either his rage or his health.
So let's go with health. And now we're on 2.
Yep.
And this one goes here.
And then the other 2 go underneath.
And then the other 2 go here and here. Right. Perfect.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. So it's all or nothing. Right.
Yes.
So I am going to search Jacek's body, his carcass, for a key.
Okay, so you get 1 guaranteed key.
Yep.
And then you also get 1 shotgun shell, and you don't get the axe. And in this case, when you search through a character, you don't actually get resolve for not getting that card from the body because of your inventory limit. So the only thing you do get is the shell.
Yep. Because he had that on him.
Yes, and obviously 1 key. So now you're ready to escape, which means we need to hurry up with killing.
Yes. Alrighty. Whew, close one. So what are you going to do?
Note that the exit is also a puzzle room, so you will actually have to search there and find a pair out of 3 cards. So it's not that obvious that you will succeed. It might take you time, which is good for us.
Yeah. Tough game.
Okay. I've got an idea. So let's do this.
All right. Even the odds. The character with the most hit points loses 1 hit point. Really? Really? Oh god. I'm just so panicked that I'm losing a hit point.
For that, unfortunately for us.
That's true.
But we also get 1 point to spend on the killer, so he's gonna lie down still, but he might get a bit more angry.
He's angrily lying down. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I will move to the right, of course.
Yep.
Away from you.
Right, and we also remove the character of Jacek's body.
Yep.
Well, the body of Jacek's character. What did
you do? I messed up the physics. And he was lying down.
Yes, he was still stunned.
Yep. There he goes again. Boom.
I'm taking 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking 3 cards. 1 and 2 and 3. And let's see what we have here. Oh, that's nice. There are 3 great cards.
Oh, great.
That's good to hear.
Let's see the killer's rage. So, oh, perfect. So it's going to be secret passages.
Oh.
If the killer is stunned, activate him. That's the first thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. There you go, killer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the killer has less than 2 rage, increase his rage by 1 point and move 1 space.
And move in 1 space. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
I can't even search now.
Right. There, and good morning. There you go.
Oh, Lord.
And
yes, get him.
Here's Johnny.
Yep. And off we go.
Gosh, I do have resolve now, but I only have 2 lives left.
Well, I'm hoping for a good roll.
And you can roll 4 dice right now, right? Yeah.
Yes.
While escaping, if I escape versus his attack, then he can just follow me. He is...
Well,
what?
I'll give you one hint, because that's actually something that you might take into consideration.
Yeah.
If you do escape to that puzzle room, the killer is not only going to be stunned, but also that puzzle room will lock behind you, and when you're locked in, the killer cannot get in.
Ah. Well then.
So you'll solve the puzzle, the room will unlock, and then you'll have the chance to potentially jump to that exit with 2 spaces of distance. So it might work out, but of course you first have to win this combat round.
Yeah, so I'll try to escape then.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
I roll all 4, right?
Yes, and I've got 3 successes, good sir.
What? Oh Lord! For
You've
an escape,
got 1.
I have 2.
You have 2, right?
Yeah,
4
so
and 5.
Yeah. So that means I need to spend my last resolve.
This is it, people.
In an all or nothing roll. There's a 2 successes.
Wow.
Yes. Well, the gods of fortune are with me today. So that means I do escape.
Yeah. And this locks behind you.
And he is stunned. Boink. Bloop. And it's locked behind me. Huzzah. Does that mean I now need to search this room because it's locked?
Yeah.
And then move to the exit?
When you successfully search this room, it's going to open, and that's when you'll be able to move down.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I'll take back this card, and then the only option is to play the search card.
Okay, I'm gonna play it very easy this time.
Oh yeah, you still have your card to play, right? So if he's stunned, activate him. Yay. That didn't last long. Okay.
And now we've got plenty of time to just rage him up.
Yep. So I'm going to search. In the meantime, I draw 4 cards. Oh Lord. And I have no pairs and no resolve.
Okay. So what happens now is we mark one of the spaces here. So I'm going to move your miniature. Yeah.
Yep.
As you see, this one actually is a track. So what we do with this one, if you don't succeed the first time around, we take one of these tokens.
One of those tokens, yeah.
And you place them over here to mark your progress, which means that next time you will draw 5 cards instead of 4.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. So it does.
And then you'll have another chance to grab that key.
Yeah.
Which you don't technically need anymore, but might still find useful to have.
Well, okay.
And what have we here? What have we here? This is right. Okay. Okay.
Basically, we need to heal him up a bit and give him some rage.
Right. Unfortunately, those cards are not...
Because he's waiting at the door.
But he's like here. Okay, so let's just go with nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies.
So we do get to remove a single token from over here.
Right. So we're taking this one.
And 1 point for something.
Exactly. Which is going to be rage, of course.
Yep.
There it goes.
Cool.
Right, and then here and here. This goes here.
Alright, so on my next turn, I will obviously search again. And I'll just pick up these 4 cards and put them in the discard pile. And then we have 5 new cards, right?
5 cards, yeah.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. Oh, I do get to shuffle this.
Yes.
So flip the... There we go. And what is it? What is it, boys? Oh, no.
Nope.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh.
So basically, this means that you now get to draw 6 cards next turn. And if you succeed, you only get out. You don't actually get the reward anymore. But if you fail, you also get panicked.
Yes. Not helping.
Well, it's usually easier when you have some resolve, but you've spent it all on combat. So
Yeah, well,
now
yeah.
you are exhausted and
Exactly.
panicky. So
Like crawling towards the... This is a nail biter, I have to say. This is very thematic.
ooh, and appropriately so, we have something nice here. It's not... Out of the 2 cards I was hoping for, I did get the one that's not as useful now, unfortunately. So I'll keep it for later, because it might still be useful.
Okay.
And we're gonna place some gifts for you, just in case.
Just so you can give him 2 more rage. The killer is so angry.
Yeah, so that's how I'm going to spend those 2 points, obviously. I'm just gonna boost up his rage.
There's an angry killer outside the door. So, yeah. Searching again, because I need to unlock this room.
Yep. 6 cards.
Yep. My God. Really? Is there... I was just
There
going
we
to
go.
say...
There's 7 cards, so basically...
I could have
chances-
potentially drawn
You could have, yeah.
6 different cards.
But
Yeah.
you do have a pair.
Yep.
So you do open the room. You don't get any reward, but you don't get the penalty either.
No. Okay. Whew. Okay. Good.
But yes, the killer
Yes,
can now
the killer
act.
is now doing... Oh, gosh.
And it's going to be an angry roar.
Oh, Lord. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yep.
If the killer is activated, which he is, all characters currently in the same room. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Or adjacent. Receive a panicked status.
Yeah, that was the one I was hoping for.
You guys, this is not going to be a happy end. I'm panicked. Yes, I am panicked. Actually,
Yes.
very, very panicked.
All right.
Okay, so
Yep, I'm obviously going to move towards
yeah,
the exits.
let's see if I can move there.
Oh, the tension, the suspense.
Yeah, I can move to your place. Sure.
No,
Of course.
No. Placing more
Just
gifts.
some more gifts that nobody can pick up, and then 2 spaces of move.
Right.
Gosh, there's just no way. Ah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
tricky, man.
It is quite. Boy.
Yeah, 5.
Well, it's do or die.
Yeah, I'm so, escaping is just moving to the room again. Does it lock again?
No.
It's expended, right? But then you can just keep following me around with your activation. So I think my best.
Yeah,
bet
but
would be-
again, it costs us 2 points to place him upright after
oh,
he's
that's
stunned.
true.
So,
That's true. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
so it's not like depends on the cards we get, but usually it's not a given that he's going to get up every turn.
Yeah, well then escaping would be my best bet. So I'll take this card back on my hand. play the escape card.
Hey, Jacek, your time to roll 5 dice for the killer.
Sure, with pleasure.
That's 2 successes. Ooh.
That's 3 successes for the killer, so I believe
Yep, I
that
do not...
this is over.
Yep.
Yep.
Ouch. Yeah, so
And
I've been killed by the killer at the wrath.
at the very exit.
At the very
Yes.
exit, due to the
Yeah,
wrath
just
of the
to
designer.
make this interesting, draw 3 cards for me and see if you'd be able to just escape with 3 cards.
Oh,
from me.
you want to see? Oh boy, okay.
I do wanna see.
With my luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first two keys. 2 keys even, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
to
Thematic.
rub it in. Amazing.
Well,
that was a
well,
lot of fun.
so-
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
that's the game.
Okay,
Yep.
so that is Halls of Horror, people, which is on Kickstarter right now. So the link is in the description below. So if you liked this playthrough, go and give that a look. Just check the page, and the game comes with basically everything you've seen here, except for all the dice are one color right now, I think. We have different colors in this tabletop version just to make it easy to spot who's got whose dice. Yeah, but you do get the miniatures. You get the killer miniature, 4 miniatures for the players. There's even an extra miniature unlocked.
Yep, exactly.
That is added as an extra character. So those are in the base game. So not to cause any confusion, because there are also some downloadable files that you can use to print your own 3D characters should you want to have more, but they are already in the box. So no worries, you do get a full game with miniatures. And well, this is the gameplay, so it's been a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
No
Yeah.
I did really enjoy it, and good luck with the rest of the Kickstarter. So that was it, people. This has been Board Game Heaven's playthrough together with Krzysztof and Jacek of Halls of Horror. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven. All right, and as a final bonus, let us just flip the table.
Yes.
Awesome.
Strength check.
Always
pass.
fun.
Yeah, it is. And it just keeps falling.